Welcome back, viewers. Today in this class we are going to discuss about the chapter polynomials from class 10. So let us try to cover from the basics and then we will go into the topic discussion. So you can just observe here the word polynomials we already learned in our previous class. Poly means many and nomials means terms. So that means any expression that will have two or more number of terms is called as an polynomials. So we know that that number of terms can be any. Generally we will have usually 2, 3. We are having specifically names for this which are having the 2 terms or 3 terms and all. Generally beyond 3 we will name them as a polynomials. So in our class 8 and 9 also we might have learned that any expression which is having the 2 terms, then it is called as a binomial. If it is having a 3 terms, then it is called as a trinomial. And if it is having more than 4, beyond 3, more than 3, then we are naming it as a polynomials. So you can just observe here when I give the definition of a polynomials, we are saying the word, then it is an expression. So whenever we are using the word expression, it comprises of some variables and coefficients. Variables and coefficients. So there exists a very minor difference between the coefficients and the constant that we are going to discuss now. Generally, for example, if I give you any expression like this, ax plus by plus c. So this is called as an expression. So if I just equate this to some particular constant, then it is called as an equation. Don't think that always this constant has to be equal to 0. It is not necessary that constant has to be equated to 0 always. It can be any number. So see, for example, if I say something like this, 2x square plus 3x plus 2 is equal to 3 if I say. So what is the reason behind for me to say that it is not necessary to be 0 all the time? Because you can just pull this 3 to the left side and you can make right side as a 0. So 2x square plus 3x minus 1 is equal to 0. So what happened now? This equation is equated to 0. As this expression is equating to some particular constant, this we are naming as an equation. So you can just observe here, ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 is an expression, and here if you just observe, this x and y are called as an variables because that values can be changing from person to person. That's why we will name that x and y as a variables. Whereas this a and b are called as coefficients, whereas this c is called as a constant. So just observe here, though this a, b, c, all these 3 are numbers only, but still we are calling this a and b as a coefficient but c as a constant here. The reason behind this is, if you just observe, these are associated with some variable x, b is associated with some variable y. That is the reason why we are calling a and b as a coefficient, whereas if you just observe, this c term is not at all associated with any variable. That is why c is called as a constant. So this is the basic information that you have to understand with respect to polynomials. So polynomial definition is generally considered as an algebraic expression which contains more than 2 or 3 terms, then it is called as a polynomial. So please, there is a very minor difference between the expression, and the equation. Expression is just represented in terms of some variable. It can be one variable like this, it can be 2 variables like this. Whereas if the expression is equated to some constant, then it is called as an equation. So here, if this is equation, if I am considering, In this we are having three different terms. One is a variable, one is coefficient, one more is constant. So as the name suggests variables, it is varying from person to person. That is why x and y are named as a variables. Whereas this a and b are called as a coefficients and c is called as a constant. Why? Because a and b are associated with the variables, so only we are naming as a coefficient, whereas c is not associated with any variable, so this is called as a constant. Right? Now this is the basic definition of a polynomial. Now let us try to figure out what is the geometrical meaning of the polynomial. Let us try to understand that. Now see, for example, if I have anything like this, something like y is equal to x square minus 3x plus 2. Let us say this is the one. So you can just observe here, sometimes in the questions they will say this as a y, in some questions they will say this as an f of x. So see, this should not be read as an f into x, something like that. This has to be read as f of x. So like how we are having names for every individual, like that every expression can be given with some name, that is called as an f of x, g of x, whatever name you want you can give here. But the only one thing that you have to notice here, I am writing this as an f of x here. Why this is not something like f of y or some another thing? Because for the simple thing, you can just observe this is expression x square minus 3x plus 2 is having the complete variable as an x here. That is the reason this I am naming it as an f of x. Right? Now if you just simplify this one, maybe I will be getting some solutions related for this. So before going into detailed discussion about the solution, let me tell you what is called as a solution for this particular expression. See, for example, if I say something like 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. This is an equation, you can understand it very clearly. Why? Because we are equating this to some constant here. Whereas if you simplify this equation, you will be getting 2x is equal to minus 3 and x is equal to minus 3 by 2. So that means if you simplify this equation, I am ending up with some value of x as a minus 3 by 2, and this x is equal to minus 3 by 2 is called as a solution or 0 or root of this equation. So when you can say a particular number as a solution of that equation, when you can say this is when if you try to substitute this value in the given function again, if it is satisfying, then it is called as a solution of that equation. So why we are calling this as a 0? Because if you substitute here, you are getting answer as in 0 is equal to 0. That is the reason why we are naming this as a 0 of this equation. So even whenever you are having any expression like this, f of x is equal to x square minus 3x plus 2. If you have to find out a solution for this equation, we have to make it as an equation by equating to 0. You may get a doubt here. What is the reason behind equating to only 0? Why can't we equate to some another value? Simple reason. If you equate to 0, even if you bring this 0 to left side also, there won't be any change in the equation. Whereas if you try to if I write this equation as an equating to 2, just observe here what had happened. Bring this 2 to the left side, x square minus 3x plus 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. So that means my question is getting changing here. So as my question changed here, that is the reason why I am not equating to some another constant. Instead of we are equating to 0 all the time. So I think this point is very clear for everyone. So I am just repeating it once again. Generally, to find the solution of any expression, we will make that expression as an equation by equating to 0. Why we are equating to 0? Because even if you bring this 0 to left side also, there won't be any change in the given expression. That is the reason we will equate only to the 0. Now let us try to find out the solution for this equation, and then we will discuss what is the geometrical meaning of the polynomial. So we learned in our class 8 that factorization of a quadratic trinomial. This we learned. We will take the product of 1 and 2 and we will try to write this as a minus 3 using the multiples. So this is x square minus 2x minus x plus 2 is equals to 0. From the first two terms you can take x as a common, x minus 2, minus 1 as a common, x minus 2 is equals to 0. You will get here x minus 1 into x minus 2 is equal to 0. Now here there is one interesting fact that you have to concentrate much here. That is, if you just observe, it's a product of two numbers. You can just observe here, product of two numbers is equal to 0. This is the one number and this is the one number. So if you just apply our common sense, if I have anything like a 2 into 3, for sure I will get a number that is not equal to 0. Why? Because none of the numbers are 0 here. So in the similar way, product of two numbers is equal to 0 means it is either x minus 1 is equal to 0 or x minus 2 is equals to 0. So that means the value of x will become 1 and the value of x is equal to 2. So please understand here, I am using the words here either x minus 1 is equal to 0 or x minus 2 is equal to 0. Even if both of the numbers are equal to 0 also, you will get a product as a 0 only anyway. So that means for this expression, I am getting the solutions as x is equal to 1 or x is equal to 2. So what happens here? These two are I am naming as a solutions for this expression, because if I try to substitute this in this equation again, it will get satisfied and I will be getting 0 is equal to 0, right? So based on this fact, let us try to get the geometrical meaning of a polynomial. So you can just observe here, this is whatever I had given to you is in terms of x here. So this is f of x I had given to you, right? So this f of x name I am taking it as a y. Y is equal to f of x is equal to something. So think from the coordinate geometry point of view, this is x-axis and this is y-axis. So y they had given as a x square minus 3x plus 2. What happens here, if you substitute x is equal to 1, let us substitute x is equal to 1 here and let us check what you are getting. 1 square minus 3 into 1 plus 2, that is 0 I am getting. So that means when x is equal to 1, y value I am getting as a 0. So that means the corresponding point representation is 1, 0. So 1, 0 will be for sure on x-axis. So this is 1, 0. Because we know that on x-axis y value is 0. Similarly, if you substitute x is equal to 2 here, 2 square 4 minus 3 into 2 plus 2, 6 minus 6, again I am getting 0. So that means the corresponding point representation will become 2, 0. So that means somewhere here 2, 0 is there. So that means this is the, for example, if I have a curve like this, it may extend like this also, but it will intersect the x-axis at only these 2 points. This is what the geometrical meaning of polynomial. What it is if you are having any function in terms of x as a variable, the value of x such that the function results in the value of 0, that is called as a solution of that polynomial. This is called as a geometrical meaning. Just I will give you one more small example, then you will get more clarity. For example, instead of this, if I give you x is equal to y square minus 3y plus 2, let us say. If I give you this polynomial, if you observe one small thing here, previously in this case I am giving you the x as a variable, whereas here y is my variable. But if you just observe, terms are almost same, but the only difference is instead of x you are having y here. So even if you do the further simplification of this, at the end you will be getting y minus 1 into y minus 2, because here you got y x minus 1 into x minus 2, right? So that means the value of y will be 1 or y is equal to 2. Again, if you substitute y is equal to 1 and y is equal to 2, here you will be getting x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 0 here. So try to figure out this one. The points that you got here is now 0, 1, 0, 2. I think from your basics you can be able to recall that 0, 1, 0, 2. For sure these 2 points will be lying on y-axis. Why? Because x coordinate is 0. So if I try to plot this curve, I may get something like this, where this is 0, 1 and this is 0, 2. So where it is intersecting the x-axis or y-axis, that is called as that points are called as 0 of that polynomial or solution of that polynomial. So this is called as a geometrical definition of polynomial. So sometimes what they will do in our board exam and all, they will just give you something like this. Let me draw one graph here and accordingly I will explain. For example, see, the question is giving like this: y is equal to f of x is the curve, and they said that, let us say like this, okay, and somewhere, yeah, this we can take. You can just observe here, this is along x-axis and this is along y-axis. Just try to understand one small thing here. They had given y is equal to f of x. So this is giving you the information that x is my required variable. So x is my required variable means you have to always think from x-axis point of view. Now see, what is the question they will ask you is, how many solutions does y is equal to f of x have? How many solutions does y is equal to f of x have? So just imagine this thing. This is a polynomial in terms of x variable. If you simplify this one, at the end you will be getting values of x here. Something like, say, a, x is equal to b you are getting. So whenever you are getting x is equal to a and x is equal to b, when you are saying this is a solution means this will satisfy this equation again and you will get y value as a 0. So what will happen? For sure this point will be existing on x-axis only. You can just observe here, though you are having infinite points on this curve, it is intersecting x-axis at only 3 points, indicating that you will be having 3 solutions for this y is equal to f of x. So simply what you can do is, if in the given question is in terms of x as a variable, look at the x-axis and the curve on x-axis at how many points it is intersecting. Then that will give you how many solutions that f of x is having, right? Let me give you another simple example. I am having another y is equal to f of x curve like this, say like this, okay? So again, from the point that we discussed in the previous example, you can understand that x is my required variable. As I told you, once if you identify the variable, stick to that particular axis. you are saying x is my variable, that means you have to look for only x-axis. Now please tell me at how many points this curve is intersecting the x-axis. You can clearly see here curve is not intersecting x-axis at all, right? So that means intersecting means what? There should be a common point between this curve and the axis. You can just observe here curve is not at all intersecting the x-axis, which means there is no solution at all. That means zero solution. We are saying in the previous example, as the curve intersects the x-axis at 3 points, we are saying it has a 3 solutions. You can see here variable I found it as an x and the curve is not at all touching the x-axis, which means I don't have any solution for this given question, right? In this, for example, if I change this question to this, instead of giving y is equal to f of x, let us say I am giving you x is equal to f of y. Hope you can be able to guess the answer. X is equal to f of y. You can identify that y is my variable, right? Y is my variable means I should stick with y axis. That means you should look for at how many points curve is intersecting y axis. You can just observe here curve is intersecting at y axis at only one point, which means this given function x is equal to f of y has only one solution, right? So this is how you should understand the geometrical definition of a polynomial. This is a very important model from board point of view. If you didn't understand, please mention in the comment section. I will try to look for a different way of explanation in the next video. Thank you everyone for watching.